there's also a line where you are just almost making fun of the business and poking fun at college football to me. And what Mad Dog Russo did, it's kind of like the part on Billy Madison where they ask him about like the Industrial Revolution and he tells the story about the puppy who lost his way that Miss Lippy told him. And the guy says, at no point in your rambling did you even come close to what could resemble a correct answer. We are all dumber after having listened to you, and may God have mercy on your soul. So let's play this clip real quick.
Is Saban the best college coach ever?
No. Great coach. Best ever?
Whoa.
Best ever.
No.
What?
This is so fake.
Best ever. You could go to Alabama with the players he has and coach and win some balls.
What?
Best
you're
coach
saying
ever?
Nick Saban is not the best coach ever in college football?
No.
Oh, my God.
He's in Alabama. That's an easy place.
How was Alabama before he got there?
Well, how about Gene
Wait, don't give me
Stallings?
Gene Stallings.
He won a championship.
Gene Stallings.
He won a championship.
You're going to bring up Shula
Look at his
next?
face.
Who
Look
you
at Mad
gonna bring
Dog's
up
face.
Really? Really? Oh, my God.
But
Oh, my
Stallings,
Lord.
that's a good
Oh,
one.
my
You brought up
goodness.
Shula. Funny. The best coach, in my opinion, for my money, in the history of college football, is Ara Parsegian.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go ahead and just check him real quick on this because this ain't it, I can promise you. Ara Parsegian has 2 national championships. Nick Saban has 7. Now, I could stop there. I could just stop there. He more than tripled the amount of championships that you've won. But I'm not going to stop there. Let's put on the scuba gear and dive in here for a second. Nick Saban's won 10 SEC championships. Okay? Nick Saban's won a national championship with 2 different teams. Ara Parsegian isn't even the best coach at Notre Dame. Not even at his own school. Who's the winningest coach at Notre Dame? That's Brian Kelly. The second, that's Newt Rodney. And the third, it's Lou Holtz. You didn't win as many games as Lou Holtz. Your overall record as a coach, 170, 58, and 6. Really good. You know what Nick Saban's is? 269, 67, and 1. You're getting lapped. Usain Bolt versus a fat kid on a track. That's how bad you're getting lapped. All right? When you look at where we are in the game today, it's harder to win today than it has ever been in college football. Why? NIL, transfer portal. You have Huddle, the ability for everybody to watch every recruit. You're not having to send in tapes, okay? And you are having to compete in a league that is the best league in the SEC that there has ever been, in the best division over time that there has ever been in the SEC West. You have scholarship limits now, all right? You have actual enforcement of rules, even though the NCAA we know is corrupt. So it's not even close when you're comparing eras. And that's not Ara Parsegian's fault. I'm not blaming him. He was a hell of a coach. But this comparison is clownish. Put it on a car in the circus, let it run around and make the kids laugh. Now, let's look at the comment about Alabama. It's easy to win at Alabama? Well, hell, you might as well, you should have told Mike DeBose that. You should have told Mike Price that. You should have told Dennis Franchione that. You should have told Mike Shula that. Alabama is a great traditional powerhouse. We know that. But they were fledgling at best, to the point where they went out and gave everything they possibly could give to Nick Saban, who came in there and flipped it so unbelievably quick. This is embarrassing, in my opinion. He is laughing at his own opinion, and I feel like it is a joke to people that do that, what we do, that people like that get on there and say stupid things like that. And it may not, you'll have people out there say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And in the grand scheme of things, is it that big of a deal? No. But to me, you're making fun of the sport I love the most. I love it more than you love baseball, buddy. I promise you that. And that opinion is garbage. You make Emmanuel Acho look like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Ooh. Mad Dog has totally jumped the shark. He continues to say stupid things, and that network over there continues to get worse. And every time I hear somebody say stupid stuff like that, I hear cha-ching in my ears, because that's more people coming over to Crane and Company. Mm-hmm. And that's why, within a 3-year span, we're going to start kicking y'all's ass because of stuff like that. Because it's not genuine and it's fake. It's a Spanish soap opera of a sports show, and it makes me want to puke. And like I said, it's not a knock on Ara Parsegian. No. He was unbelievable. Yeah. But that take is so bad, I don't even know where to begin. And like I said, I could have ended with Nick Saban having 7 national championships and Ara Parsegian having 2. But you discrediting Nick Saban, the greatest college football coach of all time, is laughable at best.
Yeah, no, and I like what you said about Ara Parseghian because I'm not going to say one negative thing about Ara Parseghian. I've talked to those guys who were on those 2 national championship teams you've talked about, and the way they say it is Ara Parseghian was the greatest mentor in their life, beyond a father figure, basically. No doubt, if you're having a conversation about the top 10 greatest college football coaches, his name's going to get mentioned. But we're not talking about the top 10. They're talking about the greatest football coach of all time, and how people can even. I had to stop watching that network a long time ago, which is why we work so hard to bring people the sports information that we think they need to hear. How you really understand that Mad Dog doesn't really understand college football is when he talks about anybody. Look at the players that Alabama has. Anyone could go win there, as if Nick Saban recruiting those guys and building the infrastructure isn't a large part of being the head coach there. You know what I mean? He's the one who got those players to come there. And I love what you were saying about Alabama before Nick Saban got there, because that was during my recruitment. I didn't even take a visit to Alabama because Alabama was so down during that time. I was going to Auburn and Florida State. I mean, the landscape has changed so much now, but when you're looking at the greatest college football coaches of all time, if Nick Saban isn't on the top of that list, I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's again, it's a joke, Blaine. What is the? Or go ahead.
Well, one, I would say there's some good Spanish soap operas out there.
Name one.
A lot better than that. Oh, man, right there, Latila. You seen that one?
That is a good one.
It comes on every Thursday. But, man, like, it's to the point now, their ratings are just in the dump, and this is the reason why. It's not even football takes. His baseball takes are terrible. I mean, you saw what he said about the Heisman. He never voted for a defensive player. We're putting power, like decision-making power, in hands of the people like this. And that's what worries me the most. Where college football fate somewhat lies, and people getting awards and stuff, and guys who have no idea what they're talking about are trying to go out of their way to say something stupid just to say it. And at that point, that's what First Take is. I mean, Stephen A. Smith's in the same boat. His takes are terrible, and it's turning into just a laughingstock of a show. That's why their ratings are in the dump. That's why more people are coming over here, and we don't even have to do it. We could sit here and probably not even say a single word and just listen to those guys talk. And the more I listen to those guys talk, the dumber I get.
Yeah, well, it's a conundrum because it's like the Emmanuel Acho thing about the block. They want you to talk about it, but there's, and on one hand, you don't want to give it air because it's so bad. And again, I love dissent. I love people with, like I said, big opinions, guys that take chances, but there's also obvious things. And it's so obvious when you look at the numbers. Anybody, even Notre Dame fans, will tell you that's just wrong. It's just flat out wrong. And I don't want to give any more time to it. I do want to see what the booster comes.
And say what you will about Stephen A. Smith, but he's not on that level.
No. But see, like that's like
continuously
so rehearsed because it's again, it's a play. And I look around at sports media, and Ben Mintz is a good friend of mine. Like I like Ben a lot, and I've got no problem with Barstool. They have their shtick, but like the whole thing with Portnoy and Mincy, and it's just turning into a joke, man. Like I just feel like we're going down this path where it's like WWE. Like it may cause headlines and it may get a reaction, but it's not real. At the end of the day, it's just not real. Let's talk. You can have fun. We have fun on here, but you can also be genuine and have fun, in my opinion. Hey, if you like that content, go ahead and subscribe. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, String in a Cup. As long as you're listening, we appreciate you. Go subscribe now. It's Crane & Company.